Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric Dufault with Keller Williams, Cape Cod and the Islands, and today we're talking about the weather down here on Cape Cod. Switching my hat, I'm going to pretend to be a weatherman for a little bit, but I'm going to kind of fill you guys in what you can expect if you're visiting, if you're relocating, if you're coming to the Cape. How is the weather, compared to wherever you're coming? Going to go over that, and make sure you stick around to the very end. I'm going to tell you one of the biggest perks about owning a home, living on Cape Cod, as it relates to weather. So definitely check that out at the end. I love making these videos, and I hope that they do help people out. If you do find it helpful, please help me out with that. And if you guys are looking for, your own piece of Cape Cod, I get calls from people that watch these videos all the time. All my contact info is down below. Feel free to reach out to me if you're thinking about making a move or you want to kind of find, your piece of the Cape. Happy to help you do that. Okay, so now we are talking weather. What is the weather like here on the Cape? One word that you're going to hear me probably use over and over again is mild. If you're coming from Boston, if you're coming from New York, Rhode Island, Providence, you're going to find, particularly during the summer, it's going to be 4 or 5 degrees cooler than where you're coming from, sometimes even more. It's kind of a nice little perk, especially during the summer. Me and the missus will go up to Boston, catch a Red Sox game, see a show, and it's always noticeably warmer, once you get off Cape. Even when you go over the bridge right to Plymouth, usually you're going to see a 4 or 5 degree difference. So yeah, kind of a nice little perk, little cooler, you got that summer air, but nice little breeze, from the coast. Now on the flip side, when it comes to winter, over the past couple winters, we've gotten significantly less snow, than Boston. We got, I think it was even like less than half last year. So, if you end up buying like a Cape house or a second home down here, or you're relocating here, you can count on significantly less snow. If you do buy the Cape house and you have a primary house somewhere else, you see a blizzard coming, not a bad option to have. If you see it coming and the forecasts are calling, you might be able to kind of sneak down to the Cape, keep power, and kind of ride out the storm down here. But yeah, our winters are a little bit more mild, don't get as much snow. Not to say every once in a while we don't get whacked with a good storm and then, the mainland kind of, doesn't have it as tough as us. But for the most part, we do get less snow down here. Another little perk about living here down on the Cape. One other thing you want to keep an eye out for, from the middle of August till right around October is hurricane season. It's peak hurricane season. We are a coastal community. That's something you want to bear in mind. If you do buy property down here and you have any, trees that look a little suspect, you want to knock it out before that time of year. You want to get someone to kind of cut those down because, just in case we don't get a ton of hurricanes, but every now and then they do kind of, come up the coast and they will hit us once in a while. We even had a tornado a few years back, which did significant damage. So just something to bear in mind. If you are buying property and you have a lot of trees in your yard, I know I personally do. But if anything looks kind of suspect before that time of year, you want to make sure those get taken down. Okay, so lastly, guys, one of the biggest perks, and you'll learn this once you end up buying property down here on Cape Cod, one of the biggest perks is September, October. We call that the Cape Codder summer because what happens? All the tourists take off. Everyone that comes down here for the summer takes off. All of a sudden, there's less traffic. You get the beaches to yourself. You don't have to wait in line for restaurants, but the weather is still fantastic. Still 70s, still 80s. You've still got that beach weather. Nice and warm during the day. Then at night, it cools down. Nice time for a fire. But September, October, a lot of my clients that move from off Cape, I tell them about it. But then once they buy the property, they kind of reaffirm, Eric, we love the fall on Cape Cod. So just something to keep in mind. Cape Codder summer, September, October, my favorite time of year down here. It's an added perk of kind of owning property, buying a house down here. You don't know that until you know that. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you found it helpful, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.